Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mundane Matt. And I get it. It's current year. I understand it. Colleges are fucking insane these days, but not the good kind of insane. Not the kind of insane we saw in 1980s comedies where everyone went to college to get an education, get a good job, and get some serious fucking sex on. All right. And if you were a nerd, you could plot your revenge and also borderline rape. That's a weird thing to kind of cite as an example. But the point is our perspective of college has gone from like, hey, it's 40 years of party, bro, to, oh my God, if I offended you, I'm so sorry. Please don't report me for fucking verbal rape. And that's a lot of what happens, I feel, on college campuses. Anyway, what we're seeing now is Yale University. There is a fraternity there, the Sigma Phi Epsilon, that is currently under fire from an on-campus group of students called them Engender is what they call themselves, right? And what they're trying to do is use the Title IX rulings to force Sigma Phi Epsilon to allow women and trans women into the fraternity. Yeah. They're trying to target Yale in order to get Yale to force a fraternity to allow women and trans students into the mix. And they're not going to have any luck in that particular regard. They're just not. But Sigma Phi Epsilon has very much been open to certain parts of that, where they let women and they let trans students and whoever else come to the recruitment events and the recruitment activities, but they would only allow males to pledge to join the fraternity. Now, I know what you're thinking, those dirty goddamn fucking shitlords, how dare they exclude women and trans folk from coming into their fraternity? But the thing is they don't have to, for one, and it's not like the school regulates what happens in the fraternity in terms of membership. Actions on campus, yes, of course, but who they allow in, it's entirely up to the organization. Fraternities are not dictated by Title IX. Fraternities are not controlled by universities. They're nationally recognized organizations. They are a private membership-based, fraternal order. And that is precisely why this entire endeavor won't fucking work. But it cracks me the fuck up that they're trying. See, here's the thing is the Sigma Phi guys, they're very much open to like bringing everyone together, having a good time. But because their national order has their rules and the rules won't let them bring in women or trans folk, they're kind of like their hands are tied on that one. But that's not good enough for these people. That's not good enough for these regressives that demand inclusion only in certain areas. Why the fuck isn't Engender going after sororities and forcing sororities to allow male students to join? Because that would just be fucking madness. Cats and dogs living together, utter fucking hysteria. That's what it would happen. It just cracks me up, though, because we've been seeing more of this recently. Just not too long ago, I did a story about a transgender student at Northwestern University. This is a female to male trans student who attempted to join a sorority because he felt that sororities were a safer environment than fraternities, and was denied. And while this person, he didn't feel any ill will towards the sororities, there were people on campus that were very much upset at this taking place. Like, how dare you exclude this trans person? Don't you know they're marginalized and all that jazz? But it's like, again, Title IX means dick all about membership with fraternities. It's just, it amazes me that these groups like Engender and these activists on college campus never want to let people just live. They never want to let people do their own thing. They have to put their fingers in every single pie to control it to the best of their ability. But here, this is perfect because here they can't do anything. There's literally nothing they're going to be able to do to get this fucking fraternity to change its mind. Right. And it doesn't matter, even if the fraternity wanted to, even if the president of that chapter of Sigma Phi Epsilon was like, you know what, I really am totally on board with having women come in amongst our ranks or whatever, or trans people or whatever the fuck. They can't because of the bylaws from the national organization. See, this goes all the way up to the top of the fraternal order of these things. And these are private groups. These are private clubs. These aren't, they have certain rules and they have certain protections. The federal government has protected fraternities from this sort of kind of bullying. And that's a good thing. And now if you're watching this and you're an activist that's on college campus and you're like, you're triggering me with this right now. No, fuck yourself. Get the fuck over yourself. Seriously. Okay, look, here's the thing. Go back and watch the movie Revenge of the Nerds. Okay, like at least up until like the fucking masquerade scene. Anyway, watch Revenge of the Nerds. Watch what happens. Nerds are on campus, all right, at Adams College. They don't get no love. They don't get no respect. They're treated like shit by the jocks. Okay, and so they decide to join the predominantly black fraternity on campus because there's not a lot of members that have gone to that school, gone to that chapter, and they need people. So they join Lambda, Lambda, Lambda. And as a result, they didn't force the college, right? They didn't force the college to accept them. They didn't force the college to make it, to make them, you know, part of everything. They fought for what they got. They fought to win. They fought back against the jocks who had essentially burned down their house in a fucking party because Ogre likes to shoot flaming fireballs of vodka out of his mouth. Look, here's the thing. Revenge of the Nerds is one of the pinnacle comedies of the 1980s, but it gives you an idea of what you should do when you're in college. Is when you feel like you aren't belonging in that world, don't force people to accommodate to you, because it's not going to happen, right? But you want to build on it yourself. You want to build yourself up. The nerds of Lambda, 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 and the subsequent 4 sequels to that particular movie, they always fought for everything they had, and they never let it get their spirits down. And I'm just gonna fucking come out and say it. Revenge of the Nerds is kind of the movie you all should be fucking watching. The people of Engender should be watching it, because here's the thing: they were openly diverse, right? So you had nerds, white dudes, black dudes, gay black men, Asians. I think they even they had just a whole bunch of diverse cast of characters. They got into some antics that wouldn't fly in 2017, the current year. Gonna fucking say that, But aside from those antics, they did lots of stuff that was very much about just forging their own path and forcing people to accept them as equals. But they fought them at their own game, and that again is seriously what you should take away from this: is that the guys of Sigma Phi Epsilon, they've done nothing wrong, because they're being as open as they can until the point of actual fucking recruitment and pledges. If you're going to try to use the government to shut them down, you're going to be in for a bad time. And if you start crying about it even more, I'm just going to point and laugh, because this is not you trying to fight on behalf of somebody else. This is you trying to fight to control somebody else that you've no reason to even remotely get involved with. But because you feel you have to be an activist of some kind, you're targeting an organization that seems pretty chill in the first place. And you're just being giant dicks about it. So I hope you lose. I hope you lose everything. And if you're not going to play the game and work from within the game in order to build up maybe your own fraternity on campus that is of mixed gender and mixed and diverse and all that kind of stuff, then you literally have no leg to stand on, in my opinion. Because I'm so tired of these people that are just like, I demand a change, but I won't lift an actual fucking finger to do it myself. That's what these activists on college campus are these days. They whine and they complain and they cry until somebody gives them what they want, instead of moving into a rundown house, a rundown Lambda, Lambda, Lambda fraternity house, and cleaning it up and working themselves up to being the #1 fraternity on campus and winning the college Olympics. And that's just, look, go watch Revenge of the Nerds. This video is a gigantic pitch for Revenge of the Nerds. Okay. Because if you do it well, you might get invited down to Miami, Florida for a conference, and then get lost on an island with a whole bunch of rum and military warfare machines. Just saying, you could have the awesome sequel, Nerds in Paradise. Okay, let's be fair. It wasn't as good as the first movie, but still, Courtney Thorne-Smith, awesome in my book. All right, my name is Mundane Matt. What are your thoughts on this? Write them down in the comments below. Do you like Revenge of the Nerds? Let me know. Thumbs up the video, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.